Hey, today I have 3 lists for you from Pedro in Spain. Hi, Pedro. And by the way, Pedro, why are you not going to all the big tournaments in Madrid? You should go and meet the Spanish team. They're great. They'll teach you a bunch about playing bolt action. And if you are, welcome. You're possibly already better than me then. But he says that he's a newer player and he wants me to like give a little bit of feedback on 3 different lists. So let's do that. I have them here. Right. So this first one is called Tank Power. 16 order dice, 1250 points. Good order dice count. I like that. He brings the Darker Panzer 3. The Darker Panzer 3, Pedro, is very nice. Command vehicle drilling, also very, very nice. That triple light autocannon will shred most light vehicles. The Lorraine Slepper has a forward-facing medium howitzer, but is open-topped and 7+. For me, I think we could do better. I think maybe cut one of them out and buy a Panzer Lux instead. The Panzer Lux is great. It's fast. It's not open-topped. Has a light autocannon, but you know. And then another armored platoon. This means that you are bringing double armored platoons. So I'm guessing there'll be 2 infantry platoons as well. Panzer 2, the not Lux but light autocannon. Make this a Lux. It's great. Wrecky. Fast. Panzer 17R. Very cheap. 2 of those. These have light, low velocity, light AT guns. I don't think these are needed, but you know, it is a very cheap way of getting one of these. And a Panzer 1. The Panzer 1 is also very, very good. Double machine gun. Nice. And then we have a rifle platoon, infantry commander with a pistol. We have a Spartruppen. Nice, always good. Feldgendarmerie to bring all those traffic, like all your outflanking tanks in. Nice. Brandenburgers. Nice. This is very much in the Spanish style of what I'm seeing Spanish players bring in their German armies. You'll see Achilles do this quite often as well, although he will put in other types of units as well. But, you know, picking one of each that is good for the Germans, and then you have a lot of different options. An AT rifle, nice. Another rifle platoon, so that you can get 2 of the armored platoons, nice. Officer with pistol, inexperienced. Grenadiers with light machine gun, 2 backline holders. Perfect. Very good, very competitive army list. It is a little weak, especially some of these units, infantry units here, they are a little weak, and you have so many of your panzers that are also easily killable because you're buying them very cheaply, right? So you might want to consider maybe going down a little bit in order dice just to get a little more staying power. But you do have so many different tools, and most of them very, very dangerous to your opponent. Like it. Then we have the Lista Standard. So the basic list, I guess. 16 order dice, platoon commander, pistol, Spartruppen, nice. Veteran Grenadiers. This is a punchy unit. It is way overcosted. I mean, almost 200 points for an infantry unit. That's too much. It is also very, very big, but that means you do get that reroll when you're doing outflank, which, you know, very nice. But you could actually cut it down to regulars if you want to run it this big. It would save a bunch of points. It is very, very dangerous, and it can push. I also like the inclusion of a couple of riflemen because one of them can carry a Panzerfaust, the other one can be the loader, or both of them can be loaders, you know. Herr Grenadier, light machine gun, backline holders, lovely. Panzerschreck. The Panzerschreck I'm not a huge fan of. At 80 points, it's too expensive. And at regular, it's going to die once you expose it. Inexperienced Kettenkrad to bring it up. Nice. You can put an officer in that and the Panzerschreck, so you can snap to all of it in one go. Mortier, that is for the infantry, the big chunky unit, you can bring that up into the center of the table where it can dominate where it needs to go. Then we have the 221 armored car with a Panzerbusche. The Panzerbusche is very, very interesting. Very interesting. +4. Yeah. And again, a couple of Lorraine Slippers. I would not use these. Much rather take the Panzerlux. A drilling is nice though. And then the flak. Now, do these flaks need to be Gebirgsjäger? No, they don't. It is a trick, it is a nifty trick to be able to run them into terrain and then set up the flak gun. But, it does make them more expensive, right? It does make them more expensive. And it is just a light autocannon. The light AT gun with the steel granaten. Yeah, maybe. The problem for me here is your infantry Death Star wants to go up in the center of the table, as does most of your armor, will at some point move a little bit up. Your guns are sitting in your back line. You'll start feeling the pinch of being able to shoot because your own units will be in the way at some point. Or you'll be so much in your own back lines that you won't be able to push up because you have 1, 2, 3 units here that are backline units. The Lorraine Slipper, actually, that's pretty much a backline unit as well, as is the drilling. So that is another 6. So that's 7 units in the back line. And then you have a couple of backline holes. So it's sitting back. It's quite a lot of sitting back here, which is fine. But you're going to have to consider how you get up into the table at some point. And then Sir Germans, the final list. Let's see. We have 16 order dice, 1250. Again, very good order dice count. We have the Panzer 38H with the multiple rocket launcher, which that's the most expensive way of getting a multi-rocket launcher. If you want to get one, get an artillery platoon, buy a Howling Cow. So easy. No reason to take it on a Panzer. Unless you cannot take anything else, right? And this is multiple of them. I've seen this done before, Manuel. It's fun, and it can be really good, but you're basically going to a casino playing roulette. I personally don't like multi-rocket launchers. I can see the utility of one. Multiple, not so much. Also, because these multi-rocket launchers have 36-inch range. Minimum range, not as it says here 12 to 72, no, 36 minimum range as per the fact, which means that these tanks, if you move them up just a little bit, you're not going to have range to your targets anymore. So I'd rather split those up so that you don't have something that wants to sit in your own back line and something that wants to move up and shoot. And it's also stationary, by the way, stationary firing platforms. You can't move and shoot with the multi-rocket launcher. Yeah. The Marder, that's pretty good. 7+. It's got a medium AT gun. It's a tank hunter. But buying multiple Marders, I think, is overkill. A Stummel, always nice. Also because you can transport dudes in it. Then we have again, you are a Gunline player, Pedro. You like this, don't you? I am, again, not necessarily a massive fan, but if you're going to sit back in your own back line with a couple of, Marders with anti-tank guns, Stummel with howitzer, a couple of multi-rocket launchers, yeah, sure. This is the absolute beast of a gun line. You're going to shred your enemy. Make sure all of these goes on ambush, and then just bombard him with the multi-rocket launchers. Spartruppen, no, you don't want to infiltrate if you're going to bombard. Hair Grenadiers, light machine gun, these are backline holders again. And a veteran squad, much more sensible. Submachine guns, light machine gun, they can move up. They can, sit in the Stummel, perfect for that. 8-man unit, yeah, they can move up, but you only have one unit that can move up. AT rifle, that sits in the backline as well. Kettenkrad, nothing really for that to transport, but, it is a cheap order dice. Yeah, very gunliney lists, Pedro. I like it. These are not bad for a beginner. Though I will say don't go double multi-launcher and buy an artillery platoon. It's way cheaper than doing this. Yeah, that was it from me today. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you next time. Cheers.